The Creator 3-in-1 sets are more than just another set that LEGO sells. It is a way to show children just how much someone can build with a simple pile of bricks. How, with just a bit of imagination, they can create anything they want, and that everything doesn't have to always be perfect to look good. Hi everyone, I'm Mac, and this is the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 set 31056, the Green Cruiser. Look, I know I'm the first to criticize the secondary and tertiary builds of Creator 3-in-1 sets, especially in the video for the Daredevil stunt plane. I didn't think much of either of the side builds on that one, but it is important to remember that these sets are designed for children, not the adult collector, no matter how much we think we influence the direction of the company. The Green Cruiser is a prime example of a model set designed for kids. Low in cost, bright in color, simple builds, and fun models all combine to create a surprisingly great set. While the third build is not the smallest build of the set, the speedboat does use the least amount of pieces, and I think it might be my second favorite model. Designed to resemble a racing speedboat, the model does have its flaws, but it also has some clever builds to it as well. For example, the rims of the car and truck builds are used at the rear of the boat as the water turbines. The steering wheel of this build, and the Green Cruiser model later, is a clever build as well. Instead of a typical LEGO steering wheel, the wheel is attached to a claw arm that grips onto a 1x2 handle plate. And before we go any further, let's just talk about this wing on the back of the boat. I really like this wing. It's incredibly simple, but I think it just looks great and looks so good perched on the back. Although the set comes with no minifig, it is built to minifig scale, and has enough room for one to sit behind the wheel and pilot the boat. He sits a little higher than I'd like, or perhaps the windshield is too low, but he looks comfortable behind the wheel. I have to say though, that the scale of this build is much better than some of the other speedboats we've seen before. A downside to this build is just the unfortunate necessity of using 1x2 Technic bricks on either side, meaning that the hull of the ship, such as it is, has a series of holes running down each side. Just a side thought before we continue on. The shape and look of this speedboat reminds me of some of the land and air speeders that we've seen in Star Wars. So why not? If you think about it, this build could double as a backup ground speeder for any of the Star Wars sets that you have, much in the same way the Green Cruiser itself makes a great background car, but more on that in a minute. The second build of this set represents a cab-over style semi-truck. I haven't been able to figure out if the sporty design is intentional and it is in fact a souped-up drag race truck, which would certainly make sense with this set, or if the sporty design was just a coincidence and this is just a cab-over. Now, if anyone watching this watched my original 1-minute review of this set on my Instagram, you may remember that I bagged on this truck build pretty badly. But having had time to reconsider, I'm going to backtrack and admit that this really isn't that bad of a model. Ha! See that, Karen? I can grow. I can change. At the rear of the truck you have the fifth wheel that is cleverly done with the steering wheel from the other two builds, and it looks really good on this. The green and white color scheme with gray highlights works well as it does for the whole set, but the tan pieces, they stand out and give an odd contrast to the model. Of all the models of the set, the truck is the only one that can't accept a minifig driver. And finally we come to the namesake of the set, the Green Cruiser. Sporty and slung low to the ground, the Cruiser model is designed to represent a mid-engine top-down roadster. It's a little boxy, but if you look at it, you can't help but think this is something you would see cruising down the Kings Highway in California. The windshield has a very nice tint to it, and the clear translucent studs are used simply but nicely to create the quad headlights of the car. The tan interior gives it a nice leather look, and the grille-type 1x2 pieces look good on the dashboard, giving it the appearance of the car's heater vents. At the rear of the car, the boot is transparent, and why not? When you have a sweet engine, you want to show it off, right? And the one interesting feature of the Green Cruiser is that it does have an engine. It's not an overly complex engine build, but it looks good, especially when they didn't have to do this. Since these rims are the same ones from the truck build, the builder can choose to display the model with either the suggested spoke rims or the mag rims. Now there are a few minor weak areas of the model to point out, the first being the driver's seat. While this is a sweet 8-stud wide build which allows you to fit 2 minifigures side by side comfortably in the car, the seat is perched a little higher than I'd like. They don't look natural and it makes the windshield all but useless. Also, I've seen some reviews of this set where the bottom of the model is criticized for being incomplete. The issue is that when you turn the car over or look down through the driver's seat, you can see through to the car. To me, this is a ridiculous criticism. It's a $10 Creator 3-in-1 set, and they made the best use of the pieces that they had. And let's be honest, this is not a Speed Champions car, nor is it the centerpiece of a larger set. It's a piece that a child or even an adult collector will use as a side piece for their play or city sets. Something that will take up space to fill out a parking lot or to park in front of a shopping center on the street of a Lego city. Or something for Aquaman to drive while he's racing Steve McQueen. If you're in need of a car to fill the streets of your Lego city, or if you want to use the speedboat build for an air or land speeder of some kind in your Star Wars sets, or if, like me, you need a sweet ride for Aquaman, then you should definitely pick this up. Low in price, the price-to-piece ratio is just fantastic, and there are a number of clever build techniques used in all 3 models. From my previous Mustang video, you've seen that the Green Cruiser itself scales well with even the Speed Champions cars, so it will fit in with any diorama you want to put it in. I think collectors will be surprised at how fun this set actually is. Everyone, thank you for spending some time and talking Lego with me. If you liked what you saw, please hit like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's quick, it's easy, and it will help the channel grow immensely. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the Creator 3-in-1 sets in general, and what some of your favorites were. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, @BrickandTire. In fact, if you want to see what I did to make the Green Cruiser pop a little more, check out my videos on IGTV. Keep your eye on the channel, I'll be posting new videos soon, and as always, thank you for watching.